Welcome to Soccer as We Like It, the Man United edition. And today we are talking about three different things. We're going to talk about the COVID shutdown in UK that's affected the Premier League fixtures. We're talking about Mason Greenwood, and we're going to talk about Kieran McKenna, who has left as United's assistant coach manager under Ole Solskjaer, and is now the appointed manager at Ipswich Town in the Championship. Today we are joined with the one and only, the peaceful one, the soul man, Joe from Houston Red Army. Hello, brother.
What's going on, bro?
I'm all right, bro. How are you? You good?
Doing good. Okay.
Right. You see, United didn't play against Brentford on Tuesday, postponed because of COVID breakout at United's facilities. Then Saturday, Brighton, another postponed game. So United's opponents seem to be climbing up the table slowly. What's your take, brother?
I mean, it'll be one thing if I saw the same thing with the other top 4 teams or the other top 6 teams, but I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing Tottenham playing, Arsenal's playing, City's playing, Liverpool's playing. We have a deep enough squad.
Exactly.
I mean, we have a deep enough squad to be able to, but then again, we don't know who's got COVID because the team hasn't put out a
officially announced anything.
Officially. They haven't officially announced anything. I don't know if it's half the lineup. I don't know if it's most of them, but I would like to think that we have enough people to be able to
put a team out.
To put a team out. But at the same time, none of those teams have a new manager that is trying to implement a new system.
Are you trying to say United are trying to kind of delay work players together and but you do know the players who are isolated for COVID cannot train at all with the current people who don't have COVID?
I think that's exactly what we're doing. I think this is the team equivalent of somebody falling down and acting like he's hurt just so the rest of the team can get a breather. I think while all of this is happening, they may not be on the training pitch, but Ragnick is running tape. He's implementing, implementing the philosophy in their heads, drilling them, getting them ready. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense why we would, especially if any one of the 2 teams that we were playing had players that was in their first team and that was out. So we must have had maybe a major outbreak or something like that. Because if Cristiano was down, we have Mason. We have
Mason's among those who are down, actually.
Oh, Mason was down?
Yeah, Mason's down. Because what happened, Manchester Evening News reporters stood outside Carrington training ground and calculated those who did not come in on the day of training after the Norwich game. And they counted Mason out, Sancho out, Maguire out, Shaw out, Lingard out, Maguire, Henderson. They counted 9 people out that did not show up for training. So which means they're home isolated. Mason, 2 months ago, Mason contacted COVID-19 under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's regiment, and he was out. Now it looks like a situation again.
I mean, even with the 9 people you just called out, or the people you just called out, we can still put a team together.
Yeah,
we still have.
Sure.
I don't know.
Maguire. You got Varane is nearly back. You got Bailly. Lingard doesn't play.
Yeah, Cavani's still there. He should be ready. I know it's we got some issues with him.
Sancho's out, so we could bring in who will play right on the right. We got Diallo.
Diallo. We got Diallo. I mean, we have a squad. I mean, and if Diallo doesn't play on the right, Rashford can stay on the right and play Martial on the left. I'm sure we can be able to put something together. It's just, I guess, maybe I don't think maybe the team made a decision because maybe Ragnick doesn't have enough of the squad that he has worked with and practiced the system to be available. So if that's the case, it's not a good look considering all the other top 6 teams still playing games.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, points.
Especially Arsenal, who played on Wednesday against West Ham, beat
taking
West
advantage.
Ham. West Ham, who were the closest forty to that top four. They beat Arsenal 2-0. They played the game yesterday. Boom, another 3 points. That's 6 points in two
Yeah,
games, and we haven't even touched the ball, mate.
yeah. So
Points in the bag are better than games you haven't even played there. Oh, we got game in hand. There's no guarantee you're gonna win those games in hand, man.
it's no guarantee, and it's going to be a compressed schedule.
Yeah.
And we're trying to do, like, we haven't even started talking about the cup games. We haven't started talking about the Champions League. You know, the last thing we need is a bunch of these games to they force a bunch of these games later on in the season when we have more and more crucial games.
Congested. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So it might
so
look
we
like,
need to
oh,
go ahead and
United. Okay, I was talking to a United fan today. He said, "Oh, I said Arsenal now in fourth place." Say, "Yeah, we're gonna catch them. We got 2 games in hand." I said, "Mate, games points in the bag. One bird is better than 2 birds in the bush you haven't caught yet."
it's true. It's
You know
true.
what I mean? So
But
all that
hopefully
game
it
in
works
hand,
out.
it's tough.
Yeah.
Like you said it's like a player who's injured. He's trying to slow down the momentum. Keep saying he's further injured. United are
Yeah.
capitalizing on the situation, and I think so too, mate.
Yes.
I agree
And
because
hopefully
mm.
it works out. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully that we're doing drills, we're running tape, and the football psychologist is getting a bunch of time with everybody, you know, whether it's FaceTime or whatever, you know. So, and maybe we're sorting out certain contract situation. Maybe this is a good time to deal with some administrative issues. You know, we have issues with Pogba, we have issues with Lingard. Deal with their contracts. You know, I would hate for us to be just wasting our time this entire time, not training and not doing anything administratively. You know, so we'll see.
Right. So because they did say the players who played against Norwich after the game were tested negative. The following day, they tested positive. You see what I mean? So that's when they said, okay, we need to shut things down. And when they took,
wait a minute. I mean, is there a mandate for the league?
the mandate, the most clubs are asking for the EPL to shut the games down, but they're saying EPL is saying if you have enough players to field, your game should not be postponed. And United reached out to EPL, said, "Oh, we're trying to make sure it doesn't spread, so we're gonna have to shut operations down, to shut quarantine down." So EPL approved it the last minute on Tuesday midnight. Then again on Thursday midnight, that the Brighton game's off.
That's why
Brighton
I
has some
think
players down.
That's why I think that's kind of BS because if we had the same number of players that were out because of injury, we still have the squad to be able to put together.
Exactly.
You know, so we are still able to play. It's just that we are trying to play with as many of our first team. That's what it looks like, you know, and it's not a good look. It just isn't. So
Right.
I mean, it is what it is, you know.
So what's your take on what's your take on the situation with the Mason Greenwood situation?
I mean, here's how I see it. The hunger that I see from the kid, I like it. You know, I like
It's
it.
good to be hungry, but it's good to also use your brains
I
and stop
understand
being
that.
a jackass.
I totally understand that. But at the same time, I don't see where all this energy is coming from. We were in the WhatsApp group, and I see a lot of energy coming towards Mason Greenwood being selfish, being greedy, whatever, right? But because he wouldn't pass it Ronnaldo, he has trouble sometimes passing to Cavani. I think he plays better with Cavani, to be honest. Right? I understand there is
Because
a
he knows
dynamic
Cavani doesn't
between
play
him.
regularly. He knows that. Cavani is
I
kind of a in-out player. Ronaldo is regular first team starter. That's his problem. It's the hate, the envy, like this superstar coming to take my shine, bro.
I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. I think
the guy
the
needs
way
to grow up. He needs to grow.
I think he plays well with Cavani because I think Cavani also plays well with him. I think if he knows that if he passes the ball to Cavani and he gets an opportunity, Cavani's going to feed him the ball too. Well, Ronaldo
does feed the ball back
shot.
to him.
I don't think he does it. I think Ronaldo. I mean, from time to time, we've seen Ronaldo take certain shots where he shouldn't. And of course, yes, he's Ronaldo. I get it. I totally get it. But I don't understand why we're coming at a 19-year-old at this level where
Because the
Rashford
19
has
need
been doing
that.
the same thing though.
Right,
Rashford has
right,
been doing
right,
the
right.
same thing
Check
this
this out.
entire season.
Rashford's one is like he don't see. He don't see. He's looking
No,
down.
he sees. He
Look, okay.
sees.
Remember that game against
He sees,
Liverpool
bro.
last season where
Uh-huh.
the pass to Cavani with the one-on-one with the goalkeeper. He decided to. That is Radford not being Radford. It's not a self. This is not being self. This is him not even looking up. Even Cavani was like, "What the heck is wrong with me? Can't you see I'm head free?" That's
Okay, so
Radford looking down. Mason was looking at you. Oh hell no, I'm going this way.
yeah, but how is that any worse? Okay, so with
I will
Rashford,
take
he's
Radford as
not
a team
even
player
looking
over
for
than
anybody.
Mason. I'll take Mason as a team player. I'll take Radford over as a team player. Radford has issues looking around. His peripheral is very blurred. He don't look far. He has to develop that into his
Yes.
game. Mason is just selfish. Take
Okay, so
Ronaldo out of the picture. He's just selfish, mate. Absolutely
okay,
selfish.
but look at his performances though. Now, how many goals does he have this season? When you look at the same situation, when you begin the same the same like mentality between the two players. One of those two players doing that same thing is getting us in the basketball term, is getting us buckets.
Right.
You know, he's selfish, but he's getting us goals.
Right.
Where Rashford,
okay. Look
he's
at the
being
game
selfish.
against. I'll give you the game against Leicester City when we were struggling. Simple pass. Simple pass.
Uh-huh.
Simple pass. You would put you would put a guy through. No, I'm gonna shoot, and all of them were going over the post. That's the thing we're saying. It's those
You're
kind
talking
of things
about
like
Mason Greenwood.
yes. We're talking about Mason.
Hey, what's
Welcome
up,
to the
man?
show.
Hey,
How you
yeah,
doing, man?
welcome to the
Right?
show, Vermont. What up, man? Damn, come on. He just came out of nowhere. I was like, did he get hacked? I'm like, who the fuck was that?
Vimal from UK just joining us. Vimal, the artist, thank you for joining
How you
us
doing,
today. How are
guys?
you, mate? Been a while, brother. How are you?
Yeah,
How's
it
my
has been a
princess?
What's up,
while.
bro?
Busy month, December.
I know you done your Christmas shopping.
Kind of.
Don't worry.
That's a no. That's a no.
I told you I did mine all on Thursday. I started 6 a.m.
Done all
I
the
done by
shopping.
10 a.m. Done. The
Ah,
shops were
wow, that's
all
good.
open.
It's good.
There was no crowd. We
Yeah,
are talking
but
about
we
Mason
have
Greenwood.
we have orders to stay at home, by the way, because of the
Yeah, and my
virus.
mum said it.
Yeah.
I
Are you
heard
serious?
that. Are we going to another
Yeah.
lockdown, mate? Are we going to another lockdown?
Yeah, stay at home orders.
Sugar.
Well,
Wow.
they're trying to avoid a Christmas lockdown. News bulletins all the time. Get your booster jab. Get your booster jab. They're just ramming it down our throats.
Wow. This is
So,
serious. So
yeah.
Yo,
now,
see,
as it
that's so
stands,
weird.
now, Vimal, how is it affecting the football? I mean,
Yeah.
with the crowds and all that. How's that going in there?
What's that? The Omicron shit.
Yeah. How are the crowds going to the grounds? How are they being affected?
Yeah. Well, I mean, these postponements. We've had 2 games postponed.
Yes.
Maybe it's a good thing, maybe it isn't. But I think if the team can train together and they can go to Carrington and spend more time with Ralph and start understanding and believing in Ralph's philosophy, I think it's a good thing. Because you can see from our last game that we played that they were struggling a little bit, weren't
Norwich. Joe
Yeah.
says he believes, despite United postponing 2 games, one against Brentford on Tuesday, one against Brighton on Saturday, he thinks it's
Yeah.
a case of whereby a player's injured but overreacting by rolling a roll to kill the time. Is that United trying to implement more and buy time? But at the same time, Arsenal have played 2 games and got 6 points.
Yeah.
And they have a smaller squad.
And they got a smaller
Yeah,
squad.
that's true. Yeah, we've got a bloated squad. Yes, that is so true.
Yeah.
But I think
Like if you think
Ralph.
of the top 6.
Yeah.
Everybody in the top 6 are playing. You know what I mean? Tottenham,
Chelsea
Arsenal,
didn't
United.
Chelsea play midweek?
Chelsea played today.
Are you
Chelsea
worried
played
we're gonna?
today.
Yeah, and they drew. So are you worried we're gonna lose our march on
I
that?
think we're going to have a fixture pile-up, mate. I think the picture is going to end up in a fixture pile-up.
Yeah. But what can we do, no? Because I mean, if they've got COVID and our players are not fit, then rather than us dropping points, maybe a little bit of a break may do them good. Get the whole squad involved. get 26 players involved and rotate like the proper teams do. Because
We
under
are
Ole, we did not rotate. The guy doesn't even have that in his vocabulary.
We don't play again till the 27th of December, which is next Monday.
Yeah.
We've not
Wow.
played since last Saturday.
What? So our next game's on Boxing Day.
No, no, the day after
Did you
Boxing
say
Day.
26th?
27th.
27th, sorry.
That's
Right.
Newcastle.
Well, yeah, Newcastle, eh? They're getting hammered left, right, and centre. I think that'd be a good match for us.
Well, when people back to the wall, you just never know. But I'm just concerned, and Joe's concerned.
Only with
Liverpool
United.
playing games, Chelsea playing games, City are just flying through it, mate. See what I mean?
Yeah. I'm a strong believer in positivity. So, yes, there's been a bit of a setback. And I think also facing the richest club in the league now, Newcastle, would be a nice opportunity for some of our players to go and show their thing and maybe go there in January.
Let me quickly tell you the league table as it stands.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Man City played
Yeah.
18 games, 44 points, right? 18 games, 44 points.
Yeah.
Liverpool, 18 games, 41 points, 3 points behind City. Chelsea, 18 games, 38 points. So they're 3 points behind City, 6 behind City, 3 points behind Liverpool. Arsenal in fourth, 32 points after 18 games. West Ham in fifth, 28 points. United, 16 games, 2 games in hand, 27 points. So actually now 5 behind Arsenal in fourth.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee. Remember, you know how it works, Dan. You know what fixture congestion can be, whereby there are no guaranteed wins out of those fixture pile-ups. There's no guarantees. Because Arsenal could say, oh, we played our 2 games, we got 6 in the bag. Brentford and Brighton could end up being
I hear you.
Banana skin.
Yeah. I know it can be worrying that it does get a bit congested. But I think we've got a big enough squad that could possibly cope. I think, once we've highlighted certain games which are not as critical. Okay, we're going to have a Champions League run. So all those games are very important. So we want our best 11.
FA Cup in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so some of the weaker teams we can field the players that we haven't played so often.
Exactly.
And the way Tellez and Dallo have just suddenly been brought in so quickly, and they were frozen out for so long, and for them to perform straight away, I think that was brilliant. So I think a lot of our players can jump into that team, jump into Ralph's system, and perform. And I think we will have a good squad that can handle our fixtures. Okay. That's my belief, anyway.
So you're not too really
I'm not too
worried about Arsenal with the 6 points. Okay.
No, I'm not worried about Arsenal because I know Arsenal are going to eventually fall off.
Yeah, they're going to capitulate. At some point, they're going to go on a mad run.
I know. We're hoping they do. Bro. We're hoping they do.
They're like Tottenham, aren't they?
Well, hold on. Hey, Tim. Do you honestly believe Arsenal is about that? I understand to get there. I mean, and props to Arteta. Like, Aubameyang wasn't even on the team sheet today.
Shut him out. Since they stripped him of the captaincy, he's been pissed off.
Like, hey, he made a call, and they're looking good. The boys are looking good.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But it's the young players, though. They're the ones that are impressing. Emil Smith-Rowe, Martinelli.
Yeah.
It's the young guys that are coming through. Saka. It's not the old crew. It's the new boys. Yeah. And I think we're going to get the same at United.
Okay.
Yeah.
He promoted 6 people from the 6 academy players for that Champions League squad.
Wow.
So,
Joe, let me ask you this. You are not concerned about the fixture pile-up. You're not concerned about our opponents who have been playing and United not playing. You're not concerned.
I am concerned.
I'm not concerned.
I am concerned because, right, it's one thing to have, okay, so if we have the deep squad, but we already have an established style of play that has been trained and been drilled, So, like, how our issue has always been our second 11 don't play like our first 11.
Yes.
Under Ole.
Under Ole, but there's only so much a man can do. You're asking for miracles now. You're asking for, you're asking for something that we haven't done in 3 years. All of a sudden, we're supposed to do it in a month. No. I get it. I get it. I get it.
Good point.
But like, if the time that we have now is what's happening, and we're drilling the first and second squad to be able to play the same way and get that philosophy in, then it'll all work out. But if that's not what we're doing right now, I feel we're going to have a problem with injuries. We're going to have a problem with, congestion, towards the end of the season. And with us going into the Champions League, and I think next game is in March, I believe, that might be a problem. That might definitely be a problem. So I'm a little cautious about that because I don't think the team has bought into the system yet,
Right.
especially the first team. So I can't count on both the first and the secondary team to be on point when we get a rash of games all congested. So
Right.
I'm just
Okay.
saying.
Vimeo.
Mm.
Vimeo. It's Vimeo.
Yes, you got it right. I
I
remembered.
had to rehearse that one.
Yeah.
Are you worried about the fixture congestion, or you're comfortable? You think we
No,
have a
I'm
big
not
enough?
worried.
You're not
No,
worried. Oh
I
my
I have a
God.
lot of faith in Ralph Ragnick.
Oh,
I just
look at
think this
that.
guy's. I've seen instant impact of that guy. The way he rotated that squad from day one, he had a lot of influence in Carrick's game, unofficial influence, by the way, because of the work permit. I know he's been studying our club for a while, since before he got the job, and he can see that the problems we were having, the fact that our squad was too static, our play was too backward, our play was very regressive. I think he's a smart cookie, and I think he's going to fix our problems, a lot of our problems, and I think he's going to get, it's about adopting a system, and everyone will be able to fit into that system. What Pep does is that he can rotate every single player of that first 11 and the system still works. Yeah, he can play Cancelo in midfield, he can play him in right back, he can play him as an attacking right forward, and he can shift players around. Bernardo Silva can pretty much play anywhere in the park, and it's about players. And I don't know, you guys have probably heard about this, but some top coaches, they get a player to play in every single position on that field and learn it, so that they can go and adapt and become a fluid type of player. Man City, those players, do you see a formation rigidly held throughout the whole game? They're so fluid. The players are everywhere. They're always interchanging. And I'm seeing that now with which game was it that Rashford and Greenwood, they were interchanging, swapping sides. And it's about playing that fluid system that I think Ralph's going to teach.
Ralph is gonna fix it.
Yeah.
I totally. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm finished.
Go on, Joe.
I mean, I totally understand. I totally get you with that.
Yeah.
You got to understand, Pep
Time.
and Klopp had time.
Yeah.
They had time to get specifically the kind of players that they wanted to be in that system, the type of secondary team to be, to play in that system.
Yeah.
And I think we're asking. I understand he's the godfather of the whole this whole thing, but I think we're asking for a lot from this guy, and it feels like we're setting ourselves up to be disappointed because he needs more time.
He does need time.
And so even with City, you may not see the same formation, but you see the same pattern. When the ball's on the left, right, it's only a matter of time before you see that fullback calling for the ball on the other side, and boom, boom, boom. It's like
switch the play.
That's gonna take time. I feel like that's gonna take time.
It's gonna take time. But the other thing as well is that under Ollie, for the past 3 years, we have experienced our toughest games against teams that implement the gegenpress. We cannot cope against teams that put the gegenpress onto us. We've always capitulated. So the team has had that preparation in, but from opposition, and now they're going to be taught how the gegenpress works. I think is going to be valuable education. So it is going to take time, and a lot of players going to have to subscribe to this, and it's going to take a while. And some are going to believe in it, and some are not. And some will be able to cope with it, and some will not. People like Matic and Mata will not have the fitness.
I don't even know why Mata is still there.
Yeah, he's going to be gone. All the old players are gone. I've been looking into Ragnick. He likes a young team. He went into one team, I can't remember which one it was, where they won a title, maybe, and they won a title with an average age of 30. He got rid of the whole squad slowly, and replaced it with a young squad, average age of 22. The type of football he plays requires young, fresh legs.
Right.
And yes, that's why he's already dipped. He's already dipped into our academy and promoted 6 players.
Yes,
So
but what was the result of switching that? Like, I don't know what team you were talking about. What was the result? Like, he replaced them with younger players, but they win the league with the results that came with that. It's one thing replacing the team and implementing your system, but it's got to be results, right?
Well, I don't know if they won the league that year. I was just reading an excerpt about him, but this is a taste of things to come. Is that he likes young players. He likes players with a lot of pace and a lot of energy. And you notice straight away how we played with a lot more pace as soon as Ollie left.
Right.
I see a lot of wholesale changes being made. I see the old players going. Players over 30, 32 are going to be slowly going. And we're going to see a lot of promotions from the academy.
Right. So you are very comfortable. You're positive. Ralph is going to fix it. No worries.
I believe in Ralph.
Okay. All right. So Ralph is at the wheel?
Ralph is at the wheel.
Okay.
He's driving his Bentley.
It's not even it's not the school bus. Yeah, he just went straight to Bentley.
It's not the Ford Escort anymore.
Hey, I'm gonna channel He-Man from the Facebook group. Hey man, no more wheels, man. Let's get something else for Ralph. Let's get something else, man. No more wheels, man.
Right. Now, you've all heard, you've all seen the situation with people before you came in. People talking about Mason Greenwood. He wants to leave. Barca want him. Blah blah blah.
Oh, that's just bullshit.
The social media have spun it around. It has come down to Mason Greenwood does not want to play with Ronaldo. He finds it reluctant. He refuses to pass. People brought it down to envy, jealousy. He just feels like since Ronaldo's come, his game has changed. But like I argued with a lot of people in some other debates, it comes down to, is it maturity, lack of it? What is the problem with Mason? If you go back, if you remember that, Vimal, remember that when RVP came, Rooney had no choice but to play second fiddle to RVP. He played as a team player, right? Remember, RVP was the man. Remember, RVP only played 1.5 seasons for 2 seasons before. He only played 1 season, and Alex Ferguson retired.
One critical season where we won,
and we won the 20th title.
Instrumental.
And Rooney had to step back. He didn't say, "I ain't passing to him." And I always say this: if you remember the Fergie days, when Fergie if he has a main person, he always told Giggs, Scholes, and Beckham, if you cannot find these players, your job is to look for them. If you can't, then there's no point in you playing this game. Giggs said that, like, we had to find Van Nistelrooy. We had to find RVP. They were told, that's your job. Feed the ball. You don't have a choice, like, no, unless it's impossible, then take the option B.
So Ronaldo is our RVP or MVP.
Right.
They've all got to find him.
So where do you stand on this Mason reluctancy to play with Ronaldo because he feels this star man who was a star before he was born is taking his shine? I see Joe's ready to come strangle me.
I know. I don't believe this story. I don't believe it. I don't know. Maybe some people are just trying to stir up some controversy.
Right.
I don't believe Mason would ever really want to leave this club. He's surrounded by some top quality players, and who would not want to play alongside Ronaldo?
That's what I was saying. But on the field, you got to see he's reluctant to always he refuses to pass. He's like, I will put this ball over the post and give it to you and score.
I think that's some kind of mental conditioning. He's been doing that for so long that's what he does. It's like muscle memory.
Did you hear what Vimo said? He has been doing that, and he has to change. They have to, like, listen. He
has to retrain his mind. Ralph says that as well, isn't it? Train the mind, retrain the mind.
Joe?
And so Mason's mind, and he's a young kid. I think he's very moldable. He's a top quality player. He just needs to be molded in the right way. He's still very malleable, I believe.
Joe, the floor is yours. Should I get another cup of tea?
Well, just stand by. Okay, I think this story is absolutely 100% BS.
Yeah.
There is nothing about Mason Greenwood that will project selfishness in any way that I've seen. Every
People have
time
even
the
thrown in
pundits,
envy and the
He's just
jealousy
a
that
kid,
a
though.
superstar, which I
he's
He's a
get.
he's a
kid. If it was
he's a kid.
someone
Like
seasoned like Cavani, maybe
exactly,
yes, but not a kid. Come on. How old is he?
exactly,
19, 20?
and it's not as if this kid, he's played with Rashford, he's played with Martial, he's played with Cavani. This kid, I mean, every time you hear people talk about him, they talk about his humility. Humble kid. Look at it. Look at his demeanor. Look at the way he
Yeah.
celebrates. Look at the way he just carries himself.
Yeah.
I'm actually a little bit disappointed with the Manchester United fan base if we're letting this story ride, because you're just letting a lot of naysayers that are just trying to clickbait and sell newspapers
Stories. Yeah.
to make us just look down on our own. Nah, forget all of that. Forget all of that, man. Because this kid,
they pointed to the Leicester game. 2 times Ronaldo's open. He refused to pass. He shot the 2 times over the post. People, like I said, these days people look at everything. People even go watch the game again.
Yeah, but did he refuse, or did he just not make the right decision? Because with him,
I would say he didn't make the right decision. Mason just being selfish. Mason. That's
he's a shoot on sight type of character.
Yeah.
I play football with strikers who are completely selfish. That as soon as they see the goal, bang, they just want to strike.
But I get it.
Exactly.
They're not even looking at other players. So I think it's just he's referring to type. By the way, Mason is 20 years old. Yeah, 20 years old. Ronaldo's 36. Which 20-year-old would not want to play with a Ballon d'Or winner five times?
That's what I was saying. They shot me
not
down.
To mention, he's a Mancunian. He grew up a Manchester United fan.
Exactly.
You have to understand. He looked up to Ronaldo. Like, wait, what do we get? Where are we getting this from?
Bro,
you think Mason Greenwood didn't grow up?
I went in there with a sword. I came out with my hands behind my back.
Who wrote this story anyway?
Bro, because I'm on social media, I'm on Instagram on social media, and I've been DM'd. Oh, Tim, you don't watch these games. Like, I watch the games. Oh, go to the Leicester game. He had 2 opportunities. He refused to pass. He's always so selfish. They even said Ronaldo's debut, that Ronaldo's first goal was a rebound of Mason's shot. Mason did not want to pass. The keeper parried his shot, and he said he was unhappy that Ronaldo took his opportunity. It's just whatever, man.
No, come on, man. This is some TMZ shit, man. Yeah. This is some like tabloid stuff, man. There's no way somebody has that kind of input or that kind of access to the team and they put that out. There's no way.
That's why he wants to go to Barcelona. Why would you go to a burning house?
Bullshit.
I'm going as far as to say this was a hit job.
Is Cavani going to Barcelona? Man. I saw something on Twitter.
Of all places. Tell me about it.
Is Cavani going to Barcelona?
I heard that. I'm not sure. They said he's agreed a 6-month contract.
6 months, yeah. So that means.
No, I heard a season and a half. I heard a year and a half contract.
Really?
That's what I heard.
So he's leaving us in January.
So is that in January?
I haven't heard anything from the team. You got to understand, this badge puts food on people's tables.
Yeah.
So as long as you're chatting shit about this badge, it doesn't matter. You will put food on your table. So that's what I like. These couple of stories that's been going out in these last couple of weeks that have nothing to do with football, and it's just this perpetual thing that's just put out there. It's that. It was, but before that, we're talking about Cavani, and we're talking about Greenwood. Last week, it was Martial. It was Martial talking about, and then Ragnar was like, "Hey, we haven't heard anything from the player."
Yeah, he didn't say anything to me or the play or the club.
Yeah, it's like people are just throwing shit out there just to see if it sticks, man. I'm just saying, we are feet. Yeah, come on.
So what, Joe? Let me ask you. You see there's no envy or malice or reluctance to be a team player from Mason?
I'm saying I have never seen it from the kid before, and I'm not just gonna automatically believe it
Is he
because of one article.
is not a tad selfish at times? No, just asking.
Yes, I've seen him be a tad selfish, right? But at the same time, I've seen, yeah, you can call it selfish, or you can call it or not making the right decision. But I've seen him put us through and win us games with that same mentality.
Yeah.
When he scored those goals, nobody's saying he's selfish. You know what I mean?
And he
When
scored
he
some
bags
amazing
roadies,
goals.
nobody's saying that. Yes.
Yeah, and he's pulled out some amazing goals from some very difficult positions. And I think if you're a striker in form and in confidence, you are going to always take that shot and go for goal. If your confidence is low and you're not so confident about scoring, or you ain't got a powerful shot, then I reckon you square the ball and pass it.
Right.
But Mason,
we're talking about our 19-year-old as bagging in goals more than the England captain. But nobody's talking about the England captain.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Right?
Oh, he gets a pass, mate. He gets a pass.
What's going on, man? Come on.
He gets a pass. They're saying, oh, his mind is not there because the Man City move failed, so he's mentally not ready. Then why not just drop him? You think about it, why not just drop him? But they're not saying he's off form. He's literally off form. But they're not going to say England captain's off form. They're going to say he's adapted to a new system by the Tottenham new coach.
Who are you talking about? Maguire or Rashford?
Talking about
Harry Kane.
Oh, Harry Kane. Okay. Yeah, he scored his first goal today, didn't he?
Did he score today? First one in a long time?
He scored today. He scored today.
Oh,
first goal. My thing is, if you're supposed to be this guy, right, that you're supposed to be getting the $140 million contract, class is class. Class does not matter whether you got your contract or you got the move you want. If you have the mentality to be a player and you want to bag in goals, that's what you want to do. You think Ronaldo didn't look at all his first training sessions like, holy shit, I think I made the wrong decision. But he was still getting in there. He was still getting in those goals though, right? Yeah. Class is class. Cavani, you think Cavani hasn't looked at Ole and was like, oh shit, you don't think Cavani has played under better managers? But Cavani still comes out there and he still does his thing, right? What's going on with Harry Kane? That's got nothing to do with that contract. He's off form right now, and he's not exactly who the media pushes him out to be. He's
got to understand average. He's part of the favorite they put in this little corner, cotton wool wrapped. He's just going through a few changes. He's trying to adapt. But had that been a United player or Pogba or anyone, he should be.
Oh my God! Oh my days! Come on, man.
Right.
Come on.
So, Brimo, you are happy that Mason is not envious. He's not reluctantly, deliberately refusing to pass Ronaldo. He's not trying to not be a team player. He's just not making the right decisions.
No, he's at the beginning of his career in terms of the first team. He's only just broken into the squad. When was it? 1 or 2 seasons ago?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. He's at the beginning of his career, playing with a Ballon d'Or winner, a serial striker, true professional, and a guy that is looked up to. He should be happy to play and learn from him, as well as someone like Cavani, and I think he will learn. He will learn. I think it's just people just causing like some sabotage and controversy.
Right.
With these type of stories.
Let's move gears. Kieran McKenna has left Manchester United and now appointed the Ipswich Town manager in the Championship.
Celebration. Christmas come early.
Would you say so? We want to quickly go back. He was he's only 36. He's a young guy. He came into Man United under 18, under 16 development manager back in 2016. He worked under Jose, a failed regime. Worked under Ole, another failed regime, and he's now been promoted as a manager from assistant coach, development coach, to a manager of a championship team. Is that a good move for him, Vimo?
Definitely a good move for him. I mean, he just seemed like part of that kind of like rot woodwork that was in Ole's coaching staff. He was always the ear for Ole to listen to or providing advice.
No, he was always there, always in the picture.
There, and he was just Googling, football strategy on his Wi-Fi or something. I don't know.
Play Football Manager right before the game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's
on the simulations.
For me, it's difficult to say because I've never heard him give an interview ever, so I don't know what the man is about. But it seemed that he had little impact
Yeah, he had a
on that
lot.
squad.
He had. He seemed to be Ole's
Right
left
hand
ear,
man.
Carrick right hand. It
Yeah.
seemed that he was. Oh, if you looked at every picture on the bench, he was the one. He'll bring out the papers and do this, do
Yeah.
that, do that. He was always very instrumental in that failed regime,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
was on the Mourinho as well.
Yeah, but it's a thing, isn't it? I mean, you don't know what these guys are doing. There's so many coaches. What is each one focusing on? What did Mckenna specialize in? What did Carrick do? What does what's his face? Still at the club.
Feeling.
What does he do? He doesn't even attend
He's the last man standing.
the training pitch. Yeah, it just makes you wonder, what are these coaches actually doing? Did anyone ever get a breakdown?
Of the job descriptions.
Yeah, or does a certain coach work on a certain group of players, or does he work on a certain type of tactic? I don't know what these guys do, and I don't think it's ever been made public.
Right.
So, but it seems to me that the whole coaching setup never really had any impact, and so that was part of Ollie's downfall.
Right.
That he had crap coaches around him.
Joe.
So it's a good thing for him to go to Ipswich. Yeah.
Kieran McKenna, now Ipswich Town manager.
Kieran McKenna is just another example of the rot of mediocrity that has swept through this great club, from the players to the coaching to the upper level management. The ability to just let non-performing individuals to stay and maintain jobs at this club is shocking. This would be no different. It's Kieran McKenna. I would consider I would even say Phil Jones has more of a right to be connected with the organization than Kieran McKenna. You know what I mean? Like, he was unimpressive as a player. He was unimpressive as a manager. I don't even understand why he's getting the job at Ipswich Town. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of guys out there that are more deserving of a position.
But think about it. That logo you're wearing on your shirt and that big logo behind Vimo's background and what I'm wearing opens doors. I'm telling you. Think about it. Oh, he was a development manager. He worked under the great Jose and worked under Ole. Think about it. On your CV.
Yeah, but what about this though?
Does context not matter?
No, but what about this though? Like when you guys are looking for a new job, do you go there onto the job board and say, yeah, Tim's looking for a new role, Joe's looking for a new role?
Yeah.
Do you guys have things like that, job boards over there that you just say, right, or LinkedIn, actively looking?
Yeah.
As soon as Ralph joined, I think he put all of those coaches out there on the market. Say, guys, we've got a whole bunch of staff leaving the company soon. Yeah. So these guys are actively looking. So any of you guys need coaches, come and speak to us. I feel like that's happened because they're all going very quickly, one after the other.
Phelan is the last man standing. He's still there. McKenna has got a job. I think Ipswich Town won yesterday 1-0 against Sunderland as a half-time. I don't know. So, and funnily enough, there was an experienced interim manager at Ipswich Town who McKenna has literally displaced, and he's now the full championship team manager for Ipswich Town. Ipswich Town, a lot of people, I don't know how remote, if you remember, Ipswich Town, back in the day, Ipswich Town, one of the toughest teams in the old third division. They and Aston Villa fought for the 1981 league title, which Aston Villa won over about 4 points. That season, they beat us 6-0. And in that game, Man United goalkeeper saved 3 penalties because we've been in 9. And in 1994, they came to Old Trafford for the 94-95 season, and we beat them 9-0, and Cole scoring 5 goals. Just a bit of history for you. And that season, we lost it to Blackburn Rovers.
Yeah, so complimenting Kieran McKenna, what Ipswich probably are looking for is for him to bring some of that Man United structure or Man United philosophy to the club. Because, Ipswich is obviously being a very small club. Right. They think, well, Kieran's been there for a while. Maybe he can, start implementing some ideas, some structure. Yeah, so maybe they want to tap into that structure that he's been in.
He might even bring in some players. I mean,
let me ask you a question. We need to get rid of him
as a coach.
Let me ask you a question. What is it about what we have done since 2018 that if you was a sporting director at your club, that you would want to adopt from Manchester United? What is it that we have done since 2018 that you would say, I want me some of that?
I can't see anything. I'll answer that. I can't see nothing.
From a football
How
point
did
of
he
view,
get this job?
I think it's just the stature
It's
of Man United.
the status and the stature of the club. Think about it.
It's
He's
like
come
saying,
from Manchester United, brother.
yeah,
Manchester
it's like
United.
saying,
He was
we're going to hire.
He was part of Jose's coaching staff.
Yeah,
Jose.
But
it's
that
like
ended in like the Hindenburg. I'm like, I
no,
understand.
but it's like saying, right, okay, we know this director or ex-director from Ernst and Young or PricewaterhouseCoopers.
Yeah.
You know, the big brands, the big conglomerates, the big powerful companies. The fact that someone's been at that organization means that they've got some knowledge that they can bring to us.
Yeah. So think about it. When you have big names on your resume and your CVs, you work for some big people, so they know to get into those places must be tough. So you know what I mean. So they give you that, like, okay, you know.
I understand that because those names are usually synonymous with success. And I'm saying while he was here, we were not synonymous with success. No. So why would you use your time, that period, and use that as a way to get another job? I just don't understand that. It's like saying, hey, I work for Enron, but bruh, you work for Enron when they went down. So like,
yeah,
exactly.
So you're saying he was part.
That's
that all experience is good experience.
Failed regimes. He was a member of two failed regimes at United under Jose and under Ole, and he now got appointed a manager, not assistant, a manager, which is he's the big chief in charge.
I mean, you know what? I'll go as far as to say this. It's not like he got another Premier League team. He's in League One, which is probably exactly where he's supposed to be.
Yeah. And that's where I think Carrick should go as well. He should go to some of the lower ranks and build up his experience there as well.
Yeah.
Ole,
so what do you think of
so
Ole?
we haven't. Ole should just stay in Norway.
He's actually in Manchester because his daughter's playing. His daughter.
Where is he? He's in Manchester, is he?
Yeah, he's still in Manchester.
Okay.
Because his daughter plays.
Oh no shit.
Well, he's got a lot more time for that program. What was it? Football Manager. He can spend his time doing that now.
He's probably losing on that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Joe, you're just being cruel now. You're not just being cruel.
Okay. I mean, don't get me wrong. No disrespect to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Great,
Ole the player,
servant in the team.
Ole the manager, completely.
He came through. He took us out of the depressive slump that we were in, that we were left behind by Jose Mourinho. Made the team and the fans believe again. That you got to understand that is something that's hard to do. Considering where we came from, I will always give him props. Like I enjoyed meeting up again. I enjoyed press conferences again. I'm not going to. I'm not slagging him. I mean, there were. I mean, considering
that was just copy and paste. He just repeat the same.
Yeah.
Towards the end, he was saying so much nonsense.
I know.
Even you watch it like, does this guy think I'm stupid? Does it look like there's muggins on my forehead? What does he?
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
He was a little bit more robotic towards the end.
It was only enjoyable.
Yeah,
it was only enjoyable during the caretaker period, though.
Yeah. You know, he had the
Mm.
United DNA. You know, when we were playing under Alex Ferguson, when we saw the two wides of the post, we knew we were close and we need to score. We go shoot. He said we don't. He literally criticized Jose so badly. Like, you literally are now worse than him. Jose's laughing like.
Yeah. But Jose was very toxic, wasn't he? The way he was singling out players.
Man.
It created a very toxic environment. And so the players, when Jose left and Oli came in, they felt the shackles were off. That toxicity had gone. That negative environment had gone. And so they were playing with a bit more freedom. And Oli enabled that. You know, the shackles were off.
I'm going to ask you guys, what was Ole's best season at United? Season 1, season 2, season 3?
The caretaker period.
Caretaker period, yeah, definitely. That run, Oh man, to get top four? Come on, man. Come on.
So
I
what was
mean,
the second season?
No, it wasn't. When did he join? 2018.
He joined
Uh,
2018 December.
yeah, so that was his best season.
Right. Then when he got the job, the manager position in that season, we they should have made him wait till summer. We lost the
Yeah.
last four of that
Yeah.
season, losing to Hull City on the final day, 2-0.
He just missed the trick so many ways. He didn't do enough preparation during preseason. You know, this it's a time for the players to get together and warm up and start getting fit and playing together and playing some good opposition. He just never used that time very wisely, and we always started every season badly
yeah,
because of the lack of
yeah,
I
preparation.
thought
yeah.
getting to the second spot covered the log, papered over so many cracks last season.
Yeah.
Because remember the season before, third, papered over cracks, coming second, because we were not the greatest team last season, despite coming second. We struggled, losing
And
to
look how
Sheffield
much
United at home. And,
look how much we spent. He spent what, over $500 billion, hasn't he, during his time?
yeah.
You know, if you have that much spending power, you can get all the best players in and let them do their thing.
Well,
And that's what I think he was doing. He was just buying the best he could and let them go and play.
and chased Sancho for 2 seasons and now couldn't utilize him. I
Yeah.
honestly
So,
think Ole didn't think United were going to pull that Sancho deal off. So he was just like, oh, I want that player. I could use that as I really needed someone down the right. But he had Diallo, he had Pelistri.
Yeah.
It's like those guys were just not good enough, or they didn't even try them down the right.
Yeah. Why did he buy them? Why? Ahmad
think
was such a brilliant player, and he's always
still
impressed
is.
me. Yeah, he's always good, and you know, whoever sanctioned that deal, you know, Ollie never made any use of him. You know, I just thought, and Pelestri as well. It's just completely.
I feel like the first season he overperformed, so we got gassed. So did the board. Second season, we brought him back. We came down to earth, but then we were like, he needs to put his team together. And then this final season, that's when he got this squad, and then he was exposed. Like you know, it came out like, oh, okay, he doesn't know what
And
he's
this
doing.
was his best squad ever.
Yeah.
His best squad ever. It did worse.
And the worst performance.
Yeah.
Because the preparation is not there, the expertise wasn't there, and just the in-game knowledge it just wasn't there, and it wasn't there on the board side, it wasn't there on the coaching side, and it was just the fact that he did not, and the worst part about it is he did not understand that his inefficiencies as a coach, he didn't understand that he couldn't like plug those holes with getting a better staff around him.
Yeah.
He just want encourage capitulation on the pitch and encourage capitulation on the coaching staff, and that was the final straw.
Because if you look at that squad, it was better than last season. You had
Better than last season.
You had Varane, you had Sancho, you had Ronaldo.
Yeah.
On top of what you previously had. So how you can't perform and get destroyed by Leicester City, Liverpool destruction, Man City, then who was the team that beat the last team? Watford. Watford.
Yeah, Watford.
Yeah, that was the final. It was just embarrassing.
In the 3 years he was here, his number one flaw, he never ever established a style of play. Something that anybody that came into this team knew that they had to then mold themselves into. It was just freestyle the whole time. Get out there and have fun, boys. Get out there and express yourself. Yes, we like people expressing themselves, but there's got to be structure. You can't just have people just doing whatever they want. At this level, no, you can't just do that.
We used to get bullied at home by small teams. It's like we'll just sit back and try and hit the small teams on the counter. Really? Small teams at home?
Yeah.
I still couldn't figure out what his formation really was, or his. I don't know what philosophy he tried to implement. At least Jose was gonna like hard to break down, pass. So Jose kind of had a defensive mentality. I get it, but he had a winning mentality to a point.
And
I
he
know,
would win, and he'd win the big games.
and it win the big game.
And
I know if we had played Villarreal in that final, there was under Jose, there was no way we're not losing, we're not winning that game.
We would
Hell
have won
no.
it under him.
Easily. Only if we shot ourselves in the foot by, conceding an own goal or consider a penalty that should not be conceded. Other than that, 11 against 11, without any mistakes, we would have been beating Villarreal hands down.
Yeah.
But this clown did not make any changes to the 116th minute. Come on, bro.
Such a joke, isn't it? Such a joke.
Like Joe said, he just looking for freestyling and hoping. I don't know what he was thinking at the time.
Hoping for the best.
You're hoping for the best, and in this level, no.
The thing is, he kept on playing players that were not in form. They perform badly week after week. He kept playing them. He didn't give the other players a chance.
Because he trusted, and I think some players were overplayed by the time, especially last season.
Yeah.
Bruno, Maguire, they were all burnt out completely.
Yeah.
But hopefully things have changed. But our next game is away to Newcastle on the 27th of December. That would mean we have had 2.5 weeks, nearly 2.5 weeks, no football.
That's a problem.
Joe, what do you think? What would be your predicted score against Newcastle?
I'm worried about that game because Newcastle played today, right? They played City today. They've been playing. They're fresh. You got to understand. No. I mean,
all right, calm down.
So
it's like it's impossible for them to have won. Like it's a bad question to did they win?
I mean, it's Newcastle. I mean, they had some. Anyway, basically, they're still fresh. They're still hungry. They're still trying to get out of the bottom three, right? Meanwhile, we've been on vacation.
That's what I'm saying.
And game fitness counts. Staying fresh counts. I feel like we're gonna come off with a bit of a hangover from not playing. We're gonna be off the pace because if we haven't been practicing properly, especially with the kind of game that Ragnick likes to play, high intensity, physically demanding. If we haven't been practicing that way and ready for that, we're gonna have some problems with Newcastle, who have a capable manager at the helm. So I don't know. We'll see.
Did you not also beat Leeds away yesterday? I thought it was actually at home. They beat Leeds away 4-1, bro.
Yeah.
Leeds
have got some serious defensive problems.
Didn't
Newcastle.
Didn't Man City beat them this week 7-something?
7-0.
Yeah.
And that manager's still in a job. The manager's still in a job. Right?
Bielsa.
Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah, but he's got this cult status and hero status now because he promoted them after so many years. How was it? 17 years?
17 years, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he's gonna be there that long, but
they're so expansive. They're so expansive. They forget to defend. They really it's all about attack, and they forget to defend.
Chelsea,
I don't get it.
Chelsea played 2 games this week and drew both. 1-1 against Everton and 0-0 against Wolves. So Tuchel I can see he's starting to sweat.
Yeah. What's going on there? I wonder. Something because he's made some statements. Yeah, but he's made some statements about his team.
Mm-hmm.
Something seems to be going awry at Chelsea. I don't know what it is.
Don't be surprised if they will the axe because that guy's crazy. Abramovich. He doesn't care if he won the Champions League this season.
He won't chop Tuchel now. But I feel there's something's unsettling the squad. I have no idea what's going on there.
Right.
Something is definitely brewing. So just checking on Carrington. So Carrington was closed on Monday.
Right.
Monday gone for 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that it would have been operational from Tuesday onwards. So they maybe had some time to train. Once everyone's been tested. So fingers crossed, they have been training.
Yeah.
So as it stands, I forgot to really throw this. You guys saw the Champions League draw. You know how they bungled that one up the first time.
PSG,
PSG. When you saw that the first time, what went through your mind, Bimo?
Bloody hell! I thought, please, no, not PSG.
Finally
have a chance to go on a good run. I did not want to face PSG.
But it'd be Ronaldo and Messi. Great
I
viewing
don't
figure.
care.
Everyone wants to see that battle.
I don't want to see that battle. Look at the firepower. Look at the team PSG has.
Neymar's out though.
They have better players than all of us in every single position.
Under
bar
so you still
Ronaldo.
don't trust them via under Ratnick that PSG won't beat us.
I think
you still have
fluked it. We
I think
fluked it
you are
with Oli.
still. I think you're still having those that situation whereby they beat us 2-0 at Old Trafford in the last 2 games of Champions League last season that we needed to at least get a point. You're still seeing Neymar make a pass from center circle and got the ball in the 18-yard box and finished. That was a class.
And then who
team goal.
Was that? The game where Fred got red carded?
No, that was against who was the other team? The other team in the group.
Yeah, I can't remember, and that's where we lost.
So PSG and RB Leipzig.
RB Leipzig, that's it. Yeah, I mean it's just stupid decision making by Oli again.
I'm taking the guy off, mate.
You know, they were targeting Fred. They knew that this guy's on the yellow. Let's target him, and he's going to react.
What you call team tactics, Joe. When you saw PSG as United's opposition, what was going through your mind? Because we talked about when I did the watch along for the Chinese that hell, I mean, we talked about it after they now redone it. When you saw PSG, what went through your mind?
I mean, to be honest, out of all the world-class teams out there, PSG is the most bottle-friendly world-class team in the world right now. You know, and if I had a choice between having to go up against, because we've shown that we can shut down their stars, and Messi hasn't been, you know,
he seems to be struggling there from what I'm seeing.
Struggling over there. You know, I don't know if it's the system with Pochettino. I don't know if it's because it's not what they thought it was gonna be. So I feel like Atletico is a harder team to beat to me because we fare better with more offensive teams or more teams that play open than defensive teams. So I thought, even though like on paper, yes, PSG looking great, they're doing great in their league, but internationally they're not doing, you know. And because of where United is right now, as far as like a style of play, what we're trying to implement, it's a coin toss, really, to be honest. I don't know where we're gonna be in 3 months, you know, but in 3 months, I think Atletico could possibly be a more difficult team. Who knows? Maybe with Ragnick. And I'm basing that off of what I've seen the last 3 years in Ole. You know what I mean?
Atletico have been a very good team. They're struggling this season, though. They are struggling this season. They've had 3 losses. Last 3 games they've lost.
Oh, which is very unlike them. Very unlike what's the manager's name again? Diego
Simeone.
He's very
good
tactical.
manager.
Great manager.
Yeah.
So lost Sevilla. Real Madrid.
I know Pochettino's having some issues at PSG, but PSG are pretty much dominating that league anyway, and they are top of the league and they dominate lots of teams, lots of games. So we don't see the best of them in Champions League, and you know we see them stumble against City. But I think if they want to turn it on, they can turn it on. Right. And as for Messi, I think he's not used to that faster pace of football. More running that Pochettino likes. He's used to the tiki-taka, so he's having to adjust to a different style of play. I just think that
what do you think of the Atletico
maybe draw? I think it's better for us because they are struggling. Atletico are a very, very good team, and they've been performing really well. They're like that Borussia Dortmund of Spanish football.
They won the league title last season, remember?
Yeah, but I think they've got an aging squad.
Yeah.
And I think it's catching up.
Suarez, remember, left Barca the following season, went to Atletico, won the league title, won the Golden Boot in La Liga.
Still a bastard.
Yeah, he is.
What can I say?
So
you're both comfortable with Atletico Madrid?
I'm not comfortable at all.
I am.
You are.
I'm not comfortable at all.
I am. Yeah. I think it's going to be a tough game. You know, Diego Simeone is a very passionate coach.
Yeah.
But look at the player, man for man, look at PSG's squad. If they want to turn it on, they can. Look
Mbappe,
at the players they've got.
Mbappe,
Mbappe,
Di
yeah.
Maria. Di Maria
Di
is still a very good
Maria,
player. He's still a good
yeah.
player. As much as we hate him, he's still a
Neymar,
very good player.
Verratti. Verratti's a beast in midfield. Verratti alone can dominate midfields. You know, look at our midfield. You know, Verratti will dominate our midfield.
United just have to
I
get
think our
that together.
chances are maybe slightly better with Atletico. I hope. Let's see. We've got
Right.
until March.
Right. So we now do, I just want to predict the score against Newcastle. Joe, you never gave it to me. On 27th. Away.
Against Newcastle, only
Mhm.
because we're gonna be a little. I think we're gonna be a little
Sluggish.
hungover. Yeah, sluggish. So I'll probably give it a solid 2-1, possibly 2-1 win to United.
2-1 United. Vimo?
I think Newcastle have had a number of losses now. I think their confidence is low. They're right at the bottom of the table. They're
Oh,
struggling
they're
to
actually
get out
at
that
the bottom.
They are at the bottom, and they're the most
Okay.
expensive team, but they don't have the right personnel. I mean, they
Oh,
made
man.
some bad
No,
defensive
you won't
errors.
believe they are second to the bottom. Norwich is
Are they?
last. Norwich
Norwich?
last. Norwich has
Bloody
10
hell.
points.
And Norwich
They're only
gave us a
above
good game.
Norwich on goal difference. And they played the game more.
Yeah,
They
Norwich
played the
sucked, though.
game more than Newcastle played the game more than Norwich. Norwich played 17 games.
Yeah.
Newcastle played
No-
18.
Norwich are very unlucky because they play good
I'm-
football.
I'm surprised to see Burnley in the
Yeah.
relegation because we got
Yeah.
Burnley in before the end of the year. We had to play Burnley. I'm surprised they've dropped so low.
Yeah.
But they
I
have
think
3 games in hand, Burnley.
I think if we were still under Ollie, Newcastle will give us a good game and they would rise to that challenge. But with Ralph, I think managers going to be cautious of him because they just don't know what to expect with him. They know there's going to be a gegenpress. I think they will be cautious. Whereas with Ollie, they think, yeah, go for it, man. This guy's clueless.
Yeah. I think so too.
Yeah. So, but Newcastle are very bad at defending. They've got some real serious defensive problems. They've got a couple of good standout players. They've got a good striker, and they got John Joe Shelby who can hurt in midfield.
Yes.
But defensively,
He's still there.
they're
He's
all
been
over the
around, you know.
place.
He used to play for Liverpool, remember?
Yeah. And he's got
Yeah.
a dangerous shot on him,
Oh,
and he
can
does
shoot.
like to step up against Man U.
Mhm.
He does.
So we
Yeah.
have to watch out for him.
Mm.
Maybe get Fred
Isn't
on him.
there that guy, that skillful guy that used to like Joe? He played for Newcastle. Black guy. What's his name? Very skillful guy. Or is it another team he's played for? I think he has dreads or braids.
Oh yeah, Saint Maxim.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Sam Maxim. Yeah, he's still
Yes,
there.
he's
Tough
very skillful
player.
player. Very skillful.
Very
very
good.
good.
Very skillful.
Very good.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we've talked about Mason. You guys said Mason is not selfish. He's just bad decisions. The COVID situation, I don't know where we are. Because Tottenham have 3 games in hand at the moment. Tottenham have 3 games in hand. United have 2 in hand. Burnley have 3 games in hand. United, as you know, are now in 6th position and are now 17 points from Man City at the top. 17.
Wow.
Which is Man City.
When do you think they're going to fix all these games in? They have to do it in a quiet time of the season. But when is that going to be?
When is that going to be? That's what I'm saying. We cannot afford any more postponements. But if they shut everything down now, as you said, if they shut everything down,
I don't think they'll shut
this is
everything
gonna
down.
end
I
up
think,
like
Yeah,
I think-
today was a good sign. The lack of games that got shut down today is a good sign. Only 1 game got shut down today compared to
Yeah.
yesterday.
yeah.
Which was like what, 4 games? I think it was a good sign. They just need to
Yeah.
implement a system, just a better system, create a bubble, do something. Like
Yeah.
this shouldn't be a problem. There have been examples throughout the world. Like,
Yeah.
why is it that England is the one that's having this issue? Italy, Spain, Germany, France, they all played their games yesterday. You know,
Without fans, right?
with that,
I'm
with
sure I
fans in
saw a
stadium?
German game without fans.
I mean, that's just Germany. I don't know if it's because
Germany have officially banned any UK travelers from coming in.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, really?
That was on the news this morning. No UK travelers anyone from UK is not coming to Germany at the moment.
Wow.
They're very
Life is hard.
efficient. they're very efficient in handling COVID.
They're very. They
Yeah.
don't
England
mess
is
around.
not.
They lock
Yeah.
everything down. Just quick time. They don't wait for it to spread.
What about in Biden land? How is it? Are you guys? Is he very efficient in
Yo,
handling
we're
COVID?
acting like it's nothing happening, bro. I'm telling you, we're acting like when I started seeing what's going on in England, and I'm like, wait a minute, are we on the same planet? Should I be worried? Because we're really acting like there's nothing happening. There's no shutdowns. There's no mask mandates. There's no COVID mandates. If you want to go to a stadium right now, I went to a Knicks game the other day, like on Thursday.
Wow.
Like 10,000, 20,000 people in there. I mean, at the Toyota Center, it's like there's nothing happening.
No mask. I
Absolutely
mean, there were
nothing.
people. It's now an individual choice now. I still
Yeah,
wear
it's
a
an
mask when I
individual
go to the
choice.
store. When I go to the stores among people, I wear my mask.
Oh, you're that guy?
Mm-hmm.
Are you vaccinated?
Yeah, I am.
I
So
am.
why are you still wearing your mask?
One. Second
You
one.
got
Wait
the
for the
J&J?
No, I got Pfizer.
Oh, you okay? All right.
Are you
Yeah, get that
vaccinated,
second
Joe?
one, and then you can take
They're
that.
gonna do the
Say what?
booster now. They're pushing
Are
for
you
the booster one.
vaccinated?
Yeah, I'm vaccinated. I got both
Two
both
two
doses
jabs.
a couple of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2
So
jabs
are
a
they
couple of
not
months ago.
pushing? Are they not pushing the booster then over there?
They're pushing the
And have
booster.
you got
Right? They're
many
pushing.
cases
They're
of
pushing it.
Omicron? Okay.
Yeah,
And
New
you've got
York's on fire right now.
but still there's
Yeah.
no restrictions. You can just do what you want.
They're
Go anywhere you
trying.
want.
The only thing that's going on right now is government employees. There's a mandate for government employees, but the states are fighting that in court.
Okay.
And depending on what part of the country you are, there's like a completely different
rules.
response to it. So, like if you're in New York, it's a completely different response to Texas or Florida or California, or it's like there's like 50 different countries. Just with their own
Democrats,
completely different policies,
Republican
Yeah.
governors against Democrat governors. So it's just so. New York is strict. Remember, New York and California are Democrat states. Down the south, Texas, Missouri, all that, Florida, all Republican states. The laws are all kind of similar. They all kind of use the same rule book and stick together, even though sometimes what they're saying is not the best for the people, but they just want to be against the government who's not the party in power. So it's just
and even within like a state like Texas, you'll have certain democratic cities that are bumping heads with the state governors. Where the cities are trying to implement their own system, but the state governors are like, no, you can't do that, and they're going to court and doing it's crazy. It's crazy. Wild West, literally.
The city, the people in control of the city could be of a different political party.
Because the people in the city
state
might be from a different party. Like in Houston, Houston, the mayor of Houston is Democrat. The senior judges in Houston are Democrat. The governor of the state is Republican.
Okay.
Oh dear.
AG of the state, Republican. It's
The attorney general of the state is Republican.
That's going to cause a lot of conflict, a lot of
party
politics.
The governing body of the state are majority Republican, but the senators are majority Republican. So it's like, it's weird because the state governments are trying to implement just trying to say that the federal government doesn't have the right for them to impose their laws on the state. But at the same time, they're trying to impose their laws on the cities, who are saying that they should have more autonomy as to how they handle the COVID response.
Right.
All over the place.
So if they shut things down in UK, there's going to be more fixture power for literally everybody. So that would mean the season being extended beyond May, wouldn't it? Which will filter into moving Champions League and all these FA Cup games all now be compressed.
I think they should. To be honest, they need to just cancel the FA Cup and the League Cup. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, bro.
That's one trophy. That's one trophy I'm hoping we can win, mate. Nah. We're gonna try and win that trophy. We have Stevie G's coming to Old Trafford to come and transport spoiler.
In Ragnick, we trust. Hopefully, we'll be able to get a trophy.
Yeah, but they can play all these games behind closed doors. We can just keep the fans out for a month or two or a few weeks.
Yeah, I think
till it passes.
that's a good idea. Rather than shut down the league, I would prefer that.
Well, we have come to that time of the show where we have enjoyed all the topics we covered today, and we have enjoyed it with the presence of Vimal, the artist. You can see from his background. Thank you for promoting us as you always do. Thank you very much. Now we have the peaceful, the soul man himself, Joe from Houston Red Army. He brought his presence. We've all talked about Mason. Everybody said Mason is a saint. From what you guys have said, I'll go with what you guys say. But when I went into a debate yesterday, I got kicked out. Like, you know what? That guy's a selfish son of a SOB. He should be dropped. And okay, I move on.
What debate was this, by the way?
Huh?
What debate was this?
I was in Man United forum, and it extended into Twitter, and these guys are all against, because that's how I realized, like, oh, you know what? When Rooney did play with Van Persie, he had to play second fiddle to Van Persie and supply, because that's what Alex Ferguson always emphasized. I'm asking, your job is to supply him. I bought him to score. Find him. So
but look at the individual that's given that command. That's Sir Alex Ferguson. Sir Alex Ferguson can tell anybody to fall back. Ole, no, that's not going to happen. And Ole created the situation that led to, if that's how Greenwood is acting, or that's the way he's thinking.
Agree.
Ole is the one that created the situation, because we have a situation where we have a bunch of players on that team
who refuse to pass,
and they act like individuals on the pitch.
You remember that one that was blown out of perspective. It wasn't blown, it was the truth. We all saw it. Cavani was free. All Rashford needed to do was slip the ball. He decided to go right, dribble, and lost the ball when Cavani was screaming. I would have just been one-on-one with the keeper. And we didn't get the 3 points to beat Liverpool that day. We drew 0-0.
Yeah.
So
newspaper articles about that.
No.
I brought that case up. They said, oh, Rashford, the reason is that he looks down, he doesn't look up. No, bro. That guy, he too sometimes has a few issues. He goes blank, and he runs into
his decision making is terrible sometimes,
really,
but he's protected, isn't he? He's
protected. And that's holding him his football backwards, because his decisions are really bad. And I think he's currently off form. Do you guys not think he's off form at the moment?
He's in terrible form.
He needs to be dropped.
They said, oh, I brought his off form. They said, no, I don't like Rashford. That he's still injured. Really? Still injured?
So why is he playing?
That's what I said.
Whether he's off form or injured, he should not be on the pitch.
There you go.
He's a liability.
Ole was still starting him, bro. I think he should have been coming on like you said during our last pod. He should be coming like the last 20 minutes, last 15 minutes to bring some better, not starting him, mate.
Exactly.
Well, waste of time, because he's not impacted. He's done literally very little. But hopefully he'll get a rest and get a break. So from us, we shall see you. Next week is Christmas. Next Saturday is Christmas Day. Sunday's Boxing Day. We'll probably try and see if there's any breaking news or anything going on. We'll arrange time for during the week and see how we go through the week. All right, guys?
Hopefully there's football.
Sounds
don't
good.
forget to say hello to our princess.
Will do.
Right, you take care,
good seeing you guys.
Yeah, nice seeing you guys. Take care. God bless. I'll see you guys very soon.
Take care.
See you guys.
Bye. Bye-bye.